Hey traders, well welcome to RD Trading, and as you can see by the bottom right hand of my screen here, it's currently Friday the 31st of January 2020 and it's currently 5:45 here in the UK. Now guys, I wanted to run through a trade with you that I took. This is actually a paper trade, and the reason I've done this trade was to allow me to get back into trading in the new year without risking money, just to hone my skills a little. And what I've done, I've created a series of videos which show you. It's what's really weird. It's actually the 31st of December that I actually got into this paper trade, and I break down the reasons why. Okay, I also break down my reasoning behind getting into any particular trade. Now, the reason I'm sending you this trade today, okay, is because we're almost close to profits. We haven't taken the profit yet, so you know the trade is never over and done with until that profit is in the bank, although it's a paper trade. But the trade, this series of videos was totally educational, guys. And what I wanted to say to you is, if this is a methodology that you guys feel you can use, I'm going to be putting together a trading course for you guys to see if I can't show you guys this methodology and hopefully help you to become more profitable as traders. Now, what I've realized is a lot of people are saying to you, look, you know, I can show you how to trade. I can show you how to trade. Give me your money and I'll show you how to trade. Well, what I'd like you to do, what I'd like you to see before you even consider spending any money, okay, is to ascertain whether you think I can trade or not. And that's why I'm showing you a trade. Yes, it's a paper trade, but I do all my analysis on a paper trading account anyway. And it's not until I'm ready to place a trade or execute a trade that I go to my broker account and I do it there. So guys, if you like what you're going to see in this series of videos, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you can get any emails that I release, because I'm going to be hoping in 2020 I'm going to be putting out more content for you, just to keep going over and over and over the way that I trade. The name RD Trading is something that I'm toying with at the moment. Let me know what you think, guys. Is it boring? Is it does it sound like it could be a name that you guys could get used to? It's fairly simple, and I like to try and keep things simple. So here we are on the Australian dollar monthly chart, okay? And back on New Year's Eve 2019, I explained to you why I was getting into this trade, and then I did a subsequent video showing you when I was taking first profits, okay, taking off my first targets off the table. I've since looked at the way I wanted to trade, and I've decided that I'm not, from here on in, I'm going to not take off half of my profits, because what that's doing is that's actually messing with my win reward ratio. So if I'm in a trade which I think is a 2-to-1, and what I was doing is taking off half of my position when I reached the same level of risk in profit, I was taking off half of my position. Now that messes with my risk reward ratio, and when I then get to second targets, as with this trade, this is on half of the position, so it's not a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1 or whatever the trade was when I initially did enter the trade. It's something other than that. And guys, that's taken away from, my performance figures. So from here on in, what I will be doing is, yes, I will still be moving my risk to break even once I have equaled the amount of risk that I took in pips in profit, if you can get what I mean. So let's break it down. So if you remember, we were looking at this downtrend, okay guys? We were looking at this downtrend. Price was moving up. Let me fatten this up a little so you can all see. Price was moving up into an area here where I was interested. There was Elliott wave counts. There was a confluence of Fibonacci extension, Fibonacci retracement. There was also daily support and resistance, which I will highlight again very shortly at this point here at the top of the move. As you can see, price has gone into that area. it has reversed and we're not far off hitting profits. And that's why I wanted to record this very short video now, just to let you know where we are in the trade, because I'm off out tonight, and the chances are if we do hit target, I won't be here to record that. So my next video will actually be if we hit target, the price gone through that target and the trade over. So let me quickly move down the time frame as a chart, as I always do, to my daily chart. Okay, let's just minimize that and let's just put on my studies. Now, do you remember that? Do you remember this trade? Okay, if you remember, this yellow box was a equal legs 127 fib extension of this leg, culminating this area here. This grayed out area here is daily structure, daily resistance. The little fine blue line running across the top of that grayed out area is a 618 retracement of this leg. Okay, and obviously, as you can see, we're here in a diagonal which has which at the time when we were looking was at this area here. Okay, and we had an A, B, C, D, E move, and what I was looking for is for price to come down through the bottom of the triangle and make its way down to my daily profit. So what actually transpired here? Well, I want to show you exactly what transpired and why, as a trader, you've got to trust your plan and trade your plan and stick to it no matter what. Consistency is the name of the game here, guys. Okay, trading is nothing other than having a plan which will give you a profitable outcome if you trade it the same over and over and over again. Okay, and then sticking to that plan over and over and over again. And guys, if you stick to that plan and you do the same thing day in, day out, what you will find is trading is going to seem boring to you. However, it's all about the process. Don't worry about the pips. Don't worry about how much money is in the trade. Fall in love with the process, guys. Because if you truly fall in love with the process, the pips and the profits will take care of themselves. And by the process, let me just go down the time frames a bit more to show you exactly what happened in this trade. I'm going to go right down to the 4-hour chart. Okay, so right up here, I don't know if you can see this, there's a little red arrow right here, and this is where, in fact, let me go down to the 1-hour chart. So let me just go back and give you the reason way back. And if you look at the bottom, of my chart here, at the bottom you will see, at the top you will see this little red arrow. Okay, let me fatten this up actually a bit more. That's better. That's better. There you will see this little red arrow, and if you look at the bottom of the chart, you will see it's the 31st of December. That was New Year's Eve, and funnily enough, I was going out on that night as well. Okay, so what I looked at is that price has made its way into this area of confluence. Okay, and once it got there, I got this pattern here. A strong push into that area, a level of support under this market, and price broke through that and started to retrace back up. Okay, let's fatten that up again. I took a 618 fib of this down leg and placed a limit order to get into the trade. Sorry, it wasn't a limit order because we were already at that point. So I entered at the market. Okay, and this is what transpired. Let me go back up the time frames just so you can see. We go back up to the 4-hour chart. Let's get back into the end here. And this is what transpired. This is where we entered the trade. And as you can see, we had a beautiful move all the way down. And guys, look at this. This is where I entered. This is where I took profit. I took profit somewhere in here. If I remember rightly, it was about 52 pips. So I was in for half of my position. I'd already taken 50 pips on the other half. Price then declined, guys, another 263 pips. And I thought this thing was going to go to the bottom of the sea. But look what happened, guys. Price then rallied and rallied and rallied. And was I nervous? Yeah. Did I think I'd blown it? Absolutely. You know, okay, I had 50 pips, but did I think I'd blown it? I absolutely did. The only thing that kept me in this trade and kept me confident was that as price moved back up to my break even, which is where we're here, price moved up in a 5-wave movement. Okay, can you see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and what do I expect at the end of every 5 waves? I expect, if not some kind of correction, definitely a continuation of the current trend. Guys, don't get me wrong, I really thought I'd blown it here, but my nerves, as I said, this is a paper trade. This is me practicing a skill, trying to hone the skill. And I left the trade, I came away from my PC and I let it run, guys, and this was a slow trade. And eventually, at the end of these 5 waves, price turned over. And there's been many a time when I thought price was going to rebound and take me out, but I left the trade and I stuck to the plan. And in the end, okay, we haven't yet hit our second target, guys, but look at where we are. You know, we're not far off, and I just wanted to highlight where we are and the fact that we're this close now to taking profit on this trade. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. I will also bring you up to date with hopefully a trade that's finished in the money. You know, will it complete tonight? I don't know. If it does, no problem. If it doesn't, no problem. But this is the trade that I'm using to get me back into the swing of things. And like I said earlier, guys, if you like this content, please don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel, because I'll be putting up more trades. I'll be putting up some of my losers as well. But the idea of this is to give you an education service that's going to help you learn to trade, that's going to allow you to become consistently profitable. What do you think about the name RD Trading? Is it boring? Please let me know. I'll be interested to know. But in the meantime, have a great weekend, guys, and I'll catch you all soon. See you for now.